Hey everyone, Scott JUA from Crucible Custom Props, Nerfworks Lab, and all the forums here. Here is another Han Solo blaster. This is a Han A New Hope hero, of course, based on a Todd's kit on a Denix. So this one is kind of interesting. This is from Marcin, and this one, or Marcin, I don't know how you pronounce it. I would think it's Marcin, but I could be wrong. I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name, bud. But anyway, this one was interesting. He ordered the parts from Todd's because Todd's stock has been erratic, to say the best. Sometimes it's in stock, sometimes it's not. But one of the things Todd's was doing was when selling individual kit parts. So he bought some of the individual kit parts, and I have one of the scopes. And we've been kind of piecing this together, and the main part missing was the Denix itself. It wasn't just the Denix; it was the Denix and something else I couldn't remember. But in any case, I was able to get another one, and it needed basically just needed to be refurbished. Someone had it and did a really not great weathering job on it, so I pretty much stripped it down to bare metal and started from scratch. Luckily, the Denix logo was already removed, and I think that was Todd did that at the time. And this was also one of the early ones where Todd, and I think he still does this, but it milled in the mystery disc, so I had to completely face off that side and redo that. You'll see here I've got the accurate serial number, the Crown Over You stamp, Crown Over You serial number, and also the military acceptance mark from Mauser. Let's see if I can get that on camera right there. This has got Todd's really nice scope replica, which I provided the real scopes for all and did all his measurements for him. So this scope is technically as close as we're going to get for now until Field Marshal. It does have, you can see in there, it does have crosshairs. But it doesn't focus. It has all the opticals necessary, but making a scope is a science, and this is just a replica, so it doesn't focus, but it is 100% functional. This one also has, what else was I going to say? Oh, this one has a blaster core 5.0.
Religions and ancient weapons are no match for a good blaster at your side, kid.
And a red LED. Get to the stun. So your SD card access is right through here, and I do all the milling on these, and I milled the extractor detail. But your SD card access is right through there. You just need some needle nose pliers while you hold this open. Push down to release and pull that sucker out. But it already has 2 Han Solo fonts. And a New Hope font is the first bank. Second bank is an Empire Strikes Back font. Then there's a Boba Fett, Stormtrooper, and then another stock Han font that doesn't have any of the voices or anything in it. So there's plenty to do as far as sounds, but this is also the instructions. So basically what you need to do to change the fonts, pull the trigger. While holding the trigger, press down the auxiliary button. It'll beep. You press it again. It'll go into the menu.
Han Solo. It is a friend of whatever it is. Come on, Chewie, let's check it out.
That's the ESB font.
He's no good to me dead.
Boba Fett. Imperial Trooper. Whatever the hell that says, but that's the Han font with no movie quotes. And then whatever that says, which is basically a gun sound. An audio player if you want it to play music for you. So anyway, that's pretty much it. Whoa, I almost killed the camera. It'll fire with the hammer up or down. Either way, pretty much like many of the others that I've done.
Not much left.
What was it?
The scope is particularly shiny because I have a layer of oil on it, so it doesn't rust. For some reason, whatever reason, the scope was wanting to rust out, get some little surface rust on it, whereas the flash hider is rust resistant. But if you ever do see some surface rust on these things, since they are steel, basically you can just use some quadruple aught steel wool and just kind of do a light rub over them, remove that surface rust, and then just oil it, and you should be good to go. So anyway, this is it, guys. I think I rambled on quite a bit about this one, but it's here it is. Nice. It's got a an RGB chip LED in the muzzle, and there it is. Pretty fun. Oh, by the way, it is 7.4 volt lithium ion. So when you do recharge it, you need a 7.4 volt lithium ion charger. All right, guys, thanks for looking.